You know, I've always had this vision of how I want my life to go, and I put forth all of my abilities and somehow still have nothing to show. I got myself a wife and a kid, and I starved myself to feed them, and if I had to do it from the start, I'd do it all again. But I can't help but be angry with myself and learn from the mistakes I've made. It's a lot harder to do when no one else wants the same. And behind the disguise I'd hide a million times and try to lie my way through my demise, clawing, scratching and screaming, let me out. But I can't scale the mountain of my pride. I've had a vision of the future, and damn it, don't look good. I've been busting ass to make a name, and I've done everything I could. And it doesn't make sense, am I this dense? Why instead is this all so tense? But put to the test, the pen's my best friend, but I'll have my family to the end. This depressive haze spins in every way, then I don't know who I am at the end of the day. And with all this going on, I try not to complain, cause when we die, we all rot the same. So in your time here, make yourself a good name. Don't let others bring you down, that's how you die in vain. Do what feels right, don't be afraid to go against the grain. Live life to the fullest, and do it to the grave. Yo. It's the start of a world war, led by people who want more, spreading chaos like poison spores, and the next thing you know, we're done for. And if you don't believe me, then go down to the bookstore. History repeats itself and is knocking at your door, and soon will be vapor trails on the devil's dance floor. So before you throw your cards down, man, know the fucking score. Look, if ignorance is bliss, then there's so much that you've missed, and the truth just gets dismissed. So prepare for death's kiss. Let's start a war. A nuclear war. Let's start a war. A nuclear war. Let's start a war. A nuclear war. Let's start a war. Bombs dropping, guns pop, machine guns like camera shots. Mercenaries are temporary and get sprayed like farm drops. Blood spots like raindrops, bodies falling from the rooftops. Bloody Mary wouldn't seem so scary if a bomb got lobbed and blew your limbs right off. Desecration and incineration and the thriving war of all the nations, lighting up the population. Now the whole world dies of radiation, bloodshed and perjury, spread like infestation, cause our leaders start wars like it's masturbation. You know what I don't get? All these bitches that are dumb, talking shit about how baby daddy's scum, cause he tried sticking an appendage in her bum. Now she's wildin' out with her friends like, I really just didn't think he was the one. Yet you wanna live your life, go out and have fun, always pawning your child off to that one friend that's always drunk. Pop those pills and keep going till the morning sun. But who stops to think what it's doing to your child? Take your fucking kid to the park once in a while, it won't kill you, I promise you won't die, but you're still gonna live your life in full denial. Your child doesn't want to hear you screwing. They should never lay their eyes on the drugs that you're using. Don't take them along when you've gone out booze cruising. You had better readjust, time to change what you're doing. At the end of the day, it's hard to go home when they walk in the door and they're still all alone. Then they yell and scream and shout into a disconnected phone. Just take a mental note, this is Parenting 101. At the end of the day, it's hard to go home when they walk in the door and they're still all alone. Then they yell and scream and shout into a disconnected phone. Just take a mental note, this is Parenting 101. Now this one's for the deadbeat dads, now fucking listen here. Quit posting online, acting like father of the year. Then when they need you, you fucking gone and disappeared. And then you grew up and became the man that you always feared. That's fucked up. But it's not that fucking hard. Smart enough to be a man, it's not rocket science. It's not that hard to understand your baby needs you to build them up and hold their goddamn hand. Cause in this world we live in, good dads are in high demand. Yes, it's good to work, it's important to make that check, but if you can't take the stress, you shouldn't have got her wet. This is all shit that people seem to not understand yet. But actually, what about till death do us part don't people get? If you put a ring on her finger, but you're flirting on the internet, you're cocked and fully loaded unlike Russian roulette. So before you get her pregnant, you had better have your heart set. But you'll never be good enough and you'll never bottle the shame. When your kids grow up, call you by your name. And when you finally figure out that you totally lost your game, your kids will never see you, and you've only got yourself to blame. At the end of the day, it's hard to go home when they walk in the door and they're still all alone. Then they yell and scream and shout into a disconnected phone. Just take a mental note, this is Parenting 101. At the end of the day, it's hard to go home when they walk in the door and they're still all alone. Then they yell and scream and shout into a disconnected phone. Just take a mental note, this is Parenting 101. Parenting 101. Parenting 101. Parenting 101.
Hey yo, it's your boy Craigles of Brady, Crisko, Dethbridge Records, Ideal Illusion, 780-403. Here come that motherfucking boy.
Every morning, up at 4, procrastinating out the door. Daily life is such a bore, selling groceries at the store. I want a life that's filled with music, the best weapon if you use it. The best way to talk to youth is send a message where the truth
Can't
is.
live a life that's useless, and I've been the type to choose it. But lately I've been making milestones and poke out like a toothpick. So I'm looking for that redwood without bloodstained war. More parts of the path get clear when I know what I'm standing for.
And I know I gotta find the proper place and time to properly unwind my mind. But I own nothing, not even my thoughts are mine. I gotta break past the broken glass of ignorance to the facts, and now I got stab wounds stabbing in my back.
I try to move past, but things still eat in the back of my mind. I can stand still, but I can't manage the time, and it's giving me half a mind to go asinine. But I know that probably just end up pushing me right to the back of the
And
line.
I keep waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, running circles in my mind, the same shit I'm still debating. Is it wrong to feel the way I do, and why am I still hating? Because the further I grow, the quicker I'm failing.
It's like 2 steps forward and 3 slaps to the face. I'm not moving backwards, but I'm taking damage and breaking off pieces that I need to hold, and they're gone before they hit the ground. So I fill the hole with these papers I've twisted round.
Sometimes I find I have to light that flame, cause it's the only real way that I can hide my shame. Every single puff will help to mask my pain, and it's not too long before it all races back again. I'll go insane.
It's time to change the pace like somebody's following. Hollowing the interior makes me faster, cause I'm lighter like this flame under my ass. But if I try to change what fuels me, I'm afraid of getting gassed out on a bad road.
The visible universe contains around 100 billion galaxies. Each one of those galaxies contains around about 100 billion stars. That means the visible universe contains something like 10,000 million stars. That means there are more stars in the visible universe than there are grains of sand.
So if you're gonna act up, just back up. I'll break you like the last one.
Won't get retribution from the blues if I'm a bad son.
Try to sink my ship, I fire back, I'm the captain.
I live to see the death of my demons, so I'll relax.
We're doing this on our own, don't need help, never asked once.
Fool me once, won't take 2 hits like before I pass Dutch.
Push my fucking temper, I'll start slapping shots like a black buck.
It takes a lot to catch that hook, you deserve the smack. back up.
But sometimes it's hard to find the right things to say.
Thoughts get projected and taken the wrong way.
What was safe to say yesterday could ruin lives today.
The intent wasn't offend, but your offensive lines are laid.
So there's no real point in getting the message through to youth, eh?
It gets misconstrued, it need a translator for the toothache.
So haters beware, better watch out, cause I'm never gonna stop. I'll keep reaching my goals, keep on climbing and rising till I reach the top. Got loads of pressure on my back, I'm not falling down. I'm breaking knots and I'll always follow through with what I say. Won't catch me flicking off.
Masters of the universe.
We're the masters of the universe.
If you don't get the pictures, just come in and watch this loom at work.
Masters of the universe.
We're the masters of the universe.
Can't stop my flow, I'm popping shots that'll make your tooth hurt.
Tactics are batshit to the human eye. You must evolve to view the trials properly and move inside to do or die. Won't be an easy ride like a Uber drive. The perseverance will plummet the summit when I choose my mind to rule the skies.
Masters of the universe.
We're the masters of the universe.
Can't stop my flow, I'm popping shots that'll make your tooth hurt.
Masters of the universe.
We're the masters of the universe.
If you don't get the picture, just come and watch this loom at work.
Yeah.